Welcome to another tutorial at Learn Brizy Page Builder. This is JP, and today we are looking at a plugin that is available on the WordPress market called HappyForms. And from the beginning, it is important to note that this plugin is completely free. Brizy released also a video this week on their form or contact form element, which is really good enough if you are looking just for a pure contact form. But I'm very impressed with HappyForms, and I've seen it the first time on Freddie Corpushook channel, so kudos to him. And since then I have really played around with it, and I think it's a very nice plugin. So just to give you an idea of what HappyForms is and how does it work, let's go through the plugin. And the first thing, of course, that we have to do is go to plugins and say add new. And once again, apologies if it feels like my internet goes on forever, because it does. And we type in HappyForms. You can just type it in as one word and let it search. And when you see the happy, then you click here on install now. And once it is installed, we will go and we will activate it. Now, like any other form builder, the first thing you have to do is set up a form. And what I want to do in this case is I want to set up just a basic contact form where you can contact me and you can send me a message. So on the left here on this pane, go to HappyForms and add new. And we'll call this one, of course, up here where it says untitled form. We are going to delete that and says contact us. Now, what is great about this is that as you do your stuff on the left, you will see how it's going to appear on the right. But be careful, you have to keep in mind how it's going to look on your page. So if you are going to be using only half a column on your, or half of the width on your page, do not go and resize this form, because you may want to put it at 50%. I'll show you later, but the idea is keep it at 100% so that you can fit it inside a column, whichever page builder you are working in. But I'm going to show you how to do it in Brizy. And then, people, the thing that we all love is drag and drop, or click and drop. How does it work? So the first thing I want to know is your name. Now, name is short. It's a short amount of letters, so it falls under short text. You click on short text and it will appear here on the left. I want to call this your name. Just put in your name there. Now I have a choice. Where does this name go? And if you've watched any of the tutorials online, you will know that you have left. You can put it next to the box, or you can put it below the box, or you can put it inside. And the one I like the most is display as placeholder. I think a lot of us prefer this. Then I am going to want to know only your name, and the next thing I want to have is your email address. So I'm going to click here, just click on the email, and it adds it down here. I'm happy with this title email, and I'm also going to be putting it inside as a placeholder. But you see, things look a little bit stretched and taking up too much space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this 50-50 so they can sit next to each other. Go back to the top, and here I'm going to click on advanced. Width, put it on half. And you see, whoop, it goes down to half. And I'm going to do the same here with my email. Go to advanced, on the width, click on it, and choose half. Right. Nice. Next one is I want to add a subject. What are you emailing me about? This is also not paragraphs, so it's just going to be one line. So I click again here on short text. And it will add again that one for us that says text, and I'm going to say subject. And I'm going to leave it like that, except that I, of course, want to place it inside. And one of the things you should note is that little red asterisk that you see there at the top. And that, of course, is compulsory fields that you will see here on the left. This is required. It is checked by default. But if you think it's not necessary, you just uncheck it and it will go away. But if you need it, you keep it there. Then finally, let's make some space for the message, which is going to be maybe a few sentences, a few paragraphs. So for that, you are going to click on long text. And for this, we are going to change it to your message. Actually, I like it at the top, but also let's put it, oh, yes, placeholder. Oh, no, over here. Display as placeholder. And it goes in. And that's it. That's all I need for my basic contact form. The next step is I'm going to click on next here at the bottom, and you can see it's step 1 of 3. Let me just close out this image. Step 1 of 3. And then over here, I'm going to add the email address that I want this to be associated with for beginners.com. What is very nice in the latest update is that previously you did not have an option regarding a confirmation email. Now, a confirmation email is I go onto your website, I fill in the contact form, but then I also get an email saying, hey, we got your message. Now, yes, that could be okay, but if there is an alert on your website that says your message was sent successfully, I don't like to get another email telling me, hey, we got your email, unless it's maybe like customer support. That's a very good idea. If you have customer support and you want to tell them our business hours are between these hours, then that is what you use your confirmation email for. But I don't like it. And I don't need it. I don't need it. So I'm going to uncheck this. And this is very nice. In previous HappyForms, just a month or so ago, you did not have this option. This has been added. Very, very, very nice. Let's go to our good friend Google Recaptcha. Now, I am a big one of Recaptcha because I have personally endured what can happen when you don't take enough security measures and things get out of hand. So I am going to be using Google Recaptcha. And of course, you need to have this, what is called a site key and a secret key. And this is a few steps that you need to do, but follow. It's going to open your Google account, and then up here you just say my Recaptcha. Then you have options here. These 3 you see here, and I just like this one, validate request with the I'm not a robot checkbox, and I click on that. And then over here in the domain, you have to type in the domain that you are working with. And this one is called what? synapses-consulting.com. Please, no www or HTTPS, none of that. Otherwise, it won't register. You just have to put it in like this. I accept the license, and there's a cat in front of the screen. Luca, monkey? Okay, right. Let's move. It's either a keyboard or a screen. That's where they want to sit. Right. And then you get everything here. You double click on it, double click, control copy, go back here, and then site key, paste, go back here, and then for your secret key, which everyone can see now. Oh, wow, what a secret over there. I wonder if Google will like that. Anyway, now we've done this. We have set up our, over here, our success message, and over here we have given the email address we want them to send it to us, and submit button text over here. Let's say we make this send, just to change it, and then we have activated our Google Recaptcha. Next. And now you can style a little bit. So if you go into general, this is where I want to draw your attention to. You may be tempted to say, hey, let's reduce. This is form width. Let's reduce it. This looks much better. This is okay if you are going to put it on a full width stretch of your page. But if you are going to put it inside a column that is maybe half of your page, keep it at 100. So I'm going to put it back there. And I'll show you later what do I mean by that. Okay, I'm not going to play around too much with the colors. This is not too much of a concern for me. And you can also play around with other things. I don't want that contact us there. I'm going to use my own, so I'm going to say hide, and it's gone. And then for spacing, I like these ones here. We talk about padding. With outer padding, I'm going to say narrow, and inner padding also narrow. It looks a little bit more, just compact and a little bit more well-designed. But maybe the outer padding, well, I still like it narrow. So that is my form. I really, really like it. Let's say save form. Now, in many other page builders, that if you've used it, you're going to see the opportunity that you can actually just in the page builder drag and drop it in, or there is a function up here that you can add it. But in Brizy, you will have to go and copy the short code. So this is the one we created, contact us. And over here, under the short code, you can either highlight and copy it, but why? If you can just click on copy to clipboard. Copy to clipboard. Pages. Now we go make our contact us page. So we hop into that with our Brizy and contact us. And we publish it first. And edit with the Brizy. And we will get our default Brizy page builder page. Right. Let's add our own block here. And I'm going to delete that. And then I'm going to drag in text and say contact us. All aliens welcome. And then over here, heading 1. And let's make it center aligned just for interest's sake. Now, what do we do next? We are going to bring in a short code, and that is here at element, go to the bottom here, short code, and drag it there. And you will see this WordPress sign displayed here. Click on it, and then go to our little plus here, and in here, click and paste your short code, the one that we copied. Right, so you can see it's quite big, and you may tell me, JP, that's why you should have put it at 50% or 70%. But I would prefer to keep that flexibility. And actually, the shortcode setting in Brizy has this feature. You click on it, go up here to your settings, and there with width, you can reduce it. Lovely. And that's it, right? This is as easy as pie. This is very similar to the Brizy form. So you can do basic contact us or a contact form with HappyForms. But let's take it now to the next level. I'm just going over here back to WordPress. There is this landing page that we've done for a band, an electronic or a sampling, ambient, dance. No, not dance. They're going to kill me for saying that. But music related. It sounds a little bit dancey to me, but yes, you can go check it out. So what they've got, they've made a landing page for the new release called a Bittersweet Carousel. And then at the bottom, they are going to be giving away copies for free, but they want some information, right? They want to know what people are listening to, what kind of music do they prefer. So this is how you're going to usually use many of these forms, give us your input, give us your suggestions, and we give you something in return. So what I want, this is the landing page. Everything is here ready. And then here, get your copy. And then here at the bottom, I want to bring in that form. We go back and we go to HappyForms and we're going to say add new. Begin over here and we're going to call our form Bittersweet Giveaway. Right. Now, the first thing is that often you don't need names. You want people to feel, that they can submit their information, but they don't have to tell you everything about who they are. But you're going to need their email. Otherwise, how can you give them the free copy music that you have promised them? So we're going to actually start with the email over here by clicking on it. And I'm going to leave it on email, but I'm going to say display as placeholder. Right. Now things become interesting because now you want to find out things from them. And the first thing that you want to know is, what kind of music do you guys like to listen to? You're going to give them more than one choice, which means you are going to be choosing multiple choice. And there is a function here called multiple choice. Lovely. Click on it. And in title, this is what you want to know. So what kind of music do you listen to? Title placement, we can leave it at above. And then next over here, you click on add option. So your first option is I listen to rock. Then you click on add option. Next one, I listen to pop. Add option, I listen to jazz. And next option, I'm a big fan of Muzak. And if you don't know what is Muzak, go check online. Sting hates it. Right, So now people can go and they can actually go. You can test it here on the right. They can go check multiple ones, the ones they like and the ones they don't like. I like this one, and no, those two, no. So the next question you want to know from people is, how often do you listen to music? So this is often just one selection. But just like ages, we like to use something like a drop-down box for this. So again, a very nice feature here in HappyForms, drop-down. Click on it, and our question in the title is, how often do you listen to music? And then we will say first option is daily. And then the next option is going to be, next one over here, twice per week. Another option is weekly, once a week. And then we add one more that will say once a month. You live in isolation. Right. So just again, check it here. You cannot, you can. You click on the drop down arrow and it will give you your selections. Very nice. So for the selection, only one option, but then for this one, you can have multiple choices. For the drop down, you can also, if you want to, use single choice. These are two alternatives that you can consider. But let's align these and let's space them a little bit better. So I'm going to go back to this one over here. And you see now things get a little bit crowded on the left. Everything is open. There's a lot of elements in there. And here I suggest you go to the top of this left side scrolling pane and you click here on collapse all. And there are the three elements. And what's great about it, you can see immediately, you can even reorder them. Now that they have been collapsed, I can open them again. So I go to multiple choice, this one, and I go down to advanced, and I choose here, I want to display them horizontally. Ooh, nice. Saves a lot of space. And to save even more space, I'm going to put it at half width. Then I want to do the same for the next one, put it at half width. So I click here, open it up, scroll down, advanced, and put it at half width. Look at that, how much space we have saved. It looks nice and concise. Next one, an interesting one called scale. So I'm clicking on scale now and it adds this. And what I want to know from people is, how much are you into music? So how passionate are you about music? You know, do you care about music, or is music just a background thing for you? You know, how do you feel about music? And to make it easy, I'm going to put it here on this slider, start at a minimum of 1 and 10. And maybe give them a description here to explain to them what the values are worth. 1 equals, I don't care for it, up to 10, I can't live without it. There. So that's a nice show description in a tooltip. I love this one. Look over here. Currently the description is over here. When I put it in a tooltip, you see that little question mark pop up there. Again, saves a lot of space. So how does this scaler work? So if people want to answer this one, they are going to drag around on here. Now, this works very nice here in the form, but I did see that when I go into Brizy, the drag doesn't work. You can click, but it is still quite nifty. Good. The final one that I'm going to be doing here, and you can see, people, there are so many features in this for free. Website links, what's your numbers, phone numbers, date and time, addresses. There's a lot that you can do. You will have to go through it and think, what is it that you want for your form, and then apply it accordingly. I'm going to add one more thing because it's the trickier one, but it's a great one. And this is this option called table. I'm going to click on table. And what I'm going to try and achieve with the table is a survey type response. So over here, what do you think of the music? And then in our description, I'm going to say, listen to it above with the media player. You will see there's a little media player, show description in a tooltip. Okay, so you see again there is our tooltip on the right. Now let's start first with columns, and follow, things will become clear soon. The first column, I'm going to say, give me more. The next column is add column, and I'm going to say good. Third column is going to go meh. Fourth column is I don't like it. And fifth column is burn it. Right, what has happened here? Well, we're still busy. Now we go up here again and we click on rows. And now I'm going to say add row. And I don't know the track for track 1. Oh, let's go check here. Oh, I say I don't know. Sounds like a challenge. And then we're going to say 01. Sounds like a challenge. Right. Next one is inhibitions. So add row 02. Inhibitions. Let's go for the third one. Just friends. Famous last words. Just friends. And let's add one more so you can have a good idea of what's going on here. Oyo. Add number 4. 04. Oyo. Right. Do you see what happened here? Is now we have a very nice survey form. So you're going to listen to this first track and you say, this is a good one. And then inhibitions, just friends, give me more. And this one, oh, you gotta go burn it, man. This thing is really, really bad. How amazing is that, and how quickly it can be done. I'm not going to go through all the other elements here. And like I said, there are many tutorials online showcasing how this can be done. Go and check them out. Go and download this plugin. It is just perfect. Next, we're going to go in here. And again, I'm not going to change much. Just maybe, again, my address here. info@websitesforbeginners.com. And I'm going to send confirmation email, tick it off, and I'm going to add my Google Recaptcha. It asks me again. I have to add it every time. Oh, yes. And I'm just going to stay quiet while I do that. Okay. And then we add it. Right. And then next, invalid domain for site key. We can figure that one out later. And I'm going to turn off, again, the form title up here by hiding it. Now, the rest of this, I am pretty much okay with it. Maybe let's go change the button because it's going to clash with the color seen here. That blue is just going to be a very, very, very distracting part. So we go here and I'm going to just change the background as we see it now to black. And the text color is white. And when you hover over it, I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to change the text focus to black. And save my form. And our form is done. And there's Bittersweet giveaway. We copy the short code by copy to clipboard. And then we go to our pages. And we go find that landing page over here. Continue to edit with Brizy. Right, so everything is already here. I just want to add over here under this. I want to add that. So I'm going to drag in my shortcode. And this is a column. I'm dragging it in the column until I see the dark, thick gray line. Dark, thick gray line, and drop it. Go in there, paste on that. And let's see what it does. Very, very nice. Oh, that looks so nice. What I do notice here is that there is no Recaptcha. So this may be something that we will have to look at. It could be a Brizy thing. I'll test it a little bit in other page builders. But as you can see, the Recaptcha is clearly not here. I missed it with the previous one. Now, of course, it's very difficult to see what's going on here, maybe. Well, it doesn't look too bad. But I think maybe giving it a little bit of a background color. So what I will do is go to Add Elements, grab a column, drag it up there. Then I'll remove one. Then I will click on this element and drag it in. Now I will grab my column. I'll give it a background color. And I will reduce the opacity. Yeah, just an idea. Good. It doesn't look bad. Not bad at all. So, and now I cannot see because the cat, sorry, Luca. Update, let me just update there. And let's redo this one quickly, see if it's there. There we go. There's the Recaptcha, but the error still. Maybe I did something wrong with it. Shouldn't be like that, but we can look into that. People, great form, absolutely. And if you look at all these features in here, it is just brilliant, right? You can have your own surveys, you can collect information, and it's a nice little plugin that you can get for free and install it in your Brizy page builder. We'll keep you up to date on that, and I'll try and figure out a little bit more about the Recaptcha. In the meantime, if you are interested in Brizy, please click on the link below and follow over to the Brizy site. And if you buy it, thank you very much. You won't get, or you won't pay anything more. Yeah, you will get the Brizy Pro lifetime license, and I will get a little something. So from me and Luca in front of the screen this morning, see you in the next video.